Hello and welcome to the final of the Great Debaters Contest. I am your host, Austin Yambok.
And I am Mariam Bishar. And before we begin, we want to hear the judges' expectations of this very heated final debate.
You've put up a good fight, both teams. You've come this far. Let me just use a short allegory. A lion was walking along a path. Approaching from the other side was a tortoise. And the lion said, "Today I'm going to kill you." The tortoise said, "Before I die, I have a request." The lion said, "Anything for you." The tortoise began scratching the ground, and the lion was looking. The lion was shocked and asked, "Why did you scratch the ground?" And the tortoise said, "I scratched the ground so that whoever comes or walks along this path after I have died will know that I did not die hands down. I had to put a fight." To both teams, your names will get into the annals of history. That whoever will win, you won fairly. Whoever will lose, you did not lose hands down. Thank you.
With a motion as controversial as the man is no longer the head of the family, could we expect that these teams can do this motion final justice?
And proposing it will be Nyeri High. These young men of valor have been vicious from the beginning. Let's see how they battle it out in this clash of the titans.
Opposing the motion is Moi Forces Academy Lanet, ladies who have been known for a smooth approach towards debate, and they have always had a velvet glove covering an iron fist. So we sincerely hope that they can take this debate.
The motion this week is, the man is no longer the head of the family. Proposing the motion, Nyeri High School. Opposing the motion, Moi Forces Academy Lanet.
Each contestant has 3 minutes to make their submissions. The audience also gets a chance to put their questions to each team. Each side will have an additional 1 minute to make a final statement. The judge's decision is final. But in a twist, the audience also gets to have their say through the popular vote. This will see an extra 5% added to the school that wins this vote. The winning school will get an ICT chill-out zone with the widescreen TV, computers, webcams, and internet connection. The teacher from the winning school gets 100,000 shillings courtesy of Chase Bank. The winning students each get a tablet courtesy of Safaricom, a gift hamper from Unilever, and a gift hamper from mimi.co.ke. And together, they all win the title, The Great Debaters. May the best school win.
Proposer number 1, you have the floor.
Panel of judges, members of the House present. My name is Dennis Kamau from the Nyeri High School. And I'm here to propose the motion that the man, as we know him, is no longer the head of the family. Well, it has always been the norm that the man was the head of the family. But with developments, Darwinism if you may call him, we have slowly awakened to the reality that the head cannot very well move without the neck. Ladies, you are the neck. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now about mutual consensus. Partnership between the two, not the man as the sole authority. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take the case of decision making. In our constitution, it allows for women to very well vie for leadership positions. At the same time, there is a clause to ensure that there is not more than 2/3 being men. Women are allowed leadership in the government. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a basic fact that what happens at the top of the hierarchy affects the bottom of the hierarchy. In the families, who is to say that these women will not have a chance in decision making? It's now about partnership, both the man and the woman. At the same time, joint accounts, economic empowerment for the women. Prior to this, what we had was that the account solely belonged to the man. Is this the case today? I don't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, joint accounts mean that both the man and the woman have a chance to influence what happens to the man in that account. At the end of the day, it's based on what both want. the man is no longer the head of the family. It's based on pure mutual consensus. Ladies and gentlemen, today in the family setup, it is what is best for the family. It's not whether you have X or Y chromosomes, not at all. But rather, what is best for the family. We have cases of men who have become stay-at-home dads. Reason being, they want their wives, their spouses, to further their education. And yet you can claim that men are heads of the family. I mean, it's simply bonding. It's simply an aspect where we respect each other. Partnership, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, I'd like to say, just like the wave of change blew in Europe, bringing to an end totalitarian regimes, that is what has happened in the family setup. Slowly and slowly, totalitarianism has ended. What we have today is multipartism in the family. All rights count. No one is above the other. It's mutual consensus. All our opinions count. Thank you.
Opposer number 1, you have 3 minutes.
I am Magdalene Gadhoni from Moi Forces Academy Lanet, and I stand here to oppose the motion that states the man is no longer the head of the family. First of all, David, I wish to help you in some task, and that is definition of terms. And I want to say that a man is an adult male human being. A family is the basic unit of society, and the head is the controller of affairs. Now, there's this story that my grandmother told me that always fascinates me. There was this woman who used to be very controversial. Let's call her Miss Controversy for now. Miss Controversy used to be very controversial about every situation. And it came a time she went to the river to fetch water. We all know that the river flows downstream. Miss Controversy went and looked at the river and decided that you, river, are no longer going to be flowing downstream. From today, you will flow upstream. The moment I get there, you will flow upstream. And she plunged into the river. I know you know what happened to her. It is only logic that she flowed down with the river. What I'm trying to say is that we cannot oppose nature. We cannot oppose nature. That is what Nyeri High you're trying to tell us. That look at the bird's kingdom. Look at the animal kingdom. Man, the male species rules. The male species is the head. I want to take you down memory lane. Look at yourself. Look at your father, your mother, your brother, your sister. All of you share one thing in common, and that is your surname. Which means, if my father is called Peter Kamau, I will be Magdalene Kamau, my brother will be John Kamau, my sister will be Terry Kamau, and so forth and so forth. This tells me that we share one name, and that is Kamau. And that tells me this Kamau person is the head of this family. No wonder we all identify with him. From the religious aspect, religion teaches us that, man is the head of the family. Look at the biblical example, for example. The woman came from the man. What does this imply? That the man had to be there first, then the woman would be extracted from the rib of the man. And we also find it biblical that the woman was created after man. So man had to be created first so that he could lead, and the woman would come and find the man already there and he would follow her. So what I'm trying to say, my dear audience and my dear proposers of the motion, Nyeri High, that this is nature. It is nature that the male species is the leader. It is nature that the father in the society is the leader. Look at our African continent, for example. Let us not narrow our minds to this nuclear or extended family. Let us look at a wider perspective. We only have 2 women presidents in Africa. That is Joyce Banda and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Let us take Joyce Banda, for example. We could say she became a president by chance because, the president died and now Joyce Banda had to take over. This tells us that, what? The man is still the leader of the family. Thank you.
Second proposer, you have 3 minutes for cross-examination.
Panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, and the House at large. My name is Chris Boru from Nyeri High School, ready to propose the motion that says that the man is no longer the head of the family. Well, to a dear proposer, this is the second time your group is confusing our names. My learned friend is called Dennis, not David. Well, I'd like to ask you a question. How can you confirm that after she jumped into the river, she swam properly? Do you know that? Are you aware? Do you know if she was a proper swimmer or she was she was skilled at what she was? Well, I'd also like to say that a man is a sensible being, and that is why it is not about he being a dominant animal, but letting him go of his ego. I hope you get me correctly. It's not about he being a dominant animal, but letting him go of his ego. Well, since time immemorial, men have led their families. But in the current society today, the tables have turned. Taking the Shriver report, it states that 39.3% of women are leading their families. To give it more a factual figure, 5.1 million women are the sole breadwinners in their families. What does that tell us? That 5.1 million families don't have a male figure standing in as the sole breadwinner. Indeed, these statistics show us that the women have been empowered, that women have moved from a level of being looked down upon to a level whereby they can be able to stand and the society looks at them at large. You see, for example, in our university intake, when girls finish high school, the cut point at which they'll be taken to university is much lower than for boys. You see, the girl will go to campus, and the boy might not go to campus if he does not attain that cut point, which is lower. So the girl will go to campus, finish campus, get a good job, and when she gets this job, possibly, we look at this probability, she falls in love with this man who dropped out of high school. You see, they'll work together at the end of the day. This man and this woman agree to form a family. The woman will be the breadwinner. The man will also be there to take part in the decision making. You see, in Kenya, we have a joint account when two lovebirds, a man and a woman, or the husband and the wife open an account. This account will be jointly holded. In the past, the man used to make the decision, but the woman also has a say. Eleanor Roosevelt said, when women and leadership are put together, the wounded nation is healed. That's when, since that day, women have been given an opportunity to lead and become better and benefit the society. Thank you very much.
Second opposer, you have 3 minutes to give your rebuttal.
Abigail Kadzo. It is very sad that it is the final lap of the debate. I have come to hold all of you so dear to my heart. So I am here to oppose the motion that says the man is not the head of the family. So I will start. One of my fellow proposers talked about the Constitution. They talked about women being provided spaces for in the Constitution. Now, did you know that when we talk about a family, we also refer to equality? In the Constitution, in our newly promulgated 2010 Constitution, it says that not more than 2/3 of a house is supposed to be of the same gender, meaning that they give women special places. They don't fight for them. I am a woman. I think we should be given the level to fight for the spaces. They also provide for spaces for women representatives. Where are the men representatives? Or men do not have issues to be tackled in the society? Is that what we say when we put women representatives and do not have those for men? Also, my opposer also gave statistics about 39.3% of women leading their families. I have a question. Who are the 60.7% remaining? Aren't they men? They are. So who says men are no longer the heads of the families? They also asked what is best for the family. They want to know what is best for the family. What is best for the family is you provide for it its head. What the family can look up to. What the family can look and provide its source of inspiration from. A family is not just our home setting. We look at our family as a society, as Africa, as every other continent in this world. So when we talk about the man not being the head, let us look at positions of power all over the world. The man still has the upper hand. And so what we are saying is, we do not put women down by saying that the man is still the head of the family. What we say is, even according to the Bible, the woman was supposed to be a helper to the man, my audience, a helper. God is more knowledgeable than all of us. He knew he would have put the man and the woman at the same level and given them the same power to rule over the same issues. So why do we want to mess something made so beautiful by someone so wondrous? What me and my team propose is, women, be helpers. Men are still the lead in the society. They are still the head. Who says that men are no longer the head? Sociologists in the University of Leeds made a study and said, complete families bring up better children than incomplete families. This shows that complete families have a man as the head. The man provides inspiration to the kid who grows up and becomes a person of substance to the country, to the society. Thank you.
May we have 2 questions for the proposers?
My name is Samuel Mashara, and my question goes to the proposers. The Bible says that the man shall be the head of the family, and the woman shall be the neck to support. By saying that men and women should share an equal playing field in decision making, we are trying to say that the head and the neck should share equal responsibilities, which is impossible. Second of all, do you know that women having economic power has nothing to do with their leadership in their homes? They come home and submit to the men. Thank you.
I'm Stafrik Oiso from Moi Forces Boys School, Moi Forces Academy, Nairobi. So my question goes to the proposer. Take this situation. The way the first proposer, you're smartly dressed, by the way. But imagine this. The way you are dressed like that, your wife earns 3 times the way you earn. How will you feel? As a man.
May we have 2 questions for the opposing side?
I have a question to the opposers. The second opposer did say that 39.3% of the families worldwide are led by women. So you left us asking ourselves, what about the 60.7%? Don't you think that the 60.7% is led by men and women, as our proposers have been trying to tell us, that the two merge these days?
My name is Miriam from Nyeri High School, Limuru, and I pose my question to the opposers. You said that only 2 countries in Africa have women as their presidents. Now, do you dignify male chauvinism in Africa by stating that the man has the upper hand in the society?
The third proposer, you have 3 minutes to answer the questions.
The panel of judges and the floor at large. I'm Wayne Nelson from Nyeri High School, more than ready to propose a motion that the role of a man has ended. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start on my argument, I would like to go straight to the question. The first question, you've asked that the man is the head and the woman is the neck. And I want to ask you a question. Can a head move without the neck? At the same time, the second question was, you've asked, if your wife earns 3 times what you earn, if your wife earns 3 times more than what you earn, how would you feel? Well, I will feel nothing, because I did not marry my wife for money. I married her because I love her. Ladies and gentlemen, what a man can do, and I repeat, what a man can do, a woman can do better. Moreover, behind every successful man is a woman. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also want to counter some of the things that the opposers have said. One, she has used her grandmother's story, and I would like to tell her, whenever you're using grandmother's stories, please explain, because you know now we are in the 21st century, and you have to explain exactly what you mean by your points, because she could have swum and saved her life. At the same note, ladies and gentlemen, this motion is not about women leading men. It's about women and men complementing their roles together to solve their problems together. It's not about women taking the role of men. We are talking about mutual consensus. And I repeat, mutual consensus. Also, ladies and gentlemen, it should be clear that now a family is a partnership where the man and a woman have joint accounts. This shows that the role of a man has not been occupied by a woman, but rather it is now a partnership. That's all that we are saying. Also, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that not all families have fathers? Because you've said that, I don't know, the firstborn will be called John Kamau, the second, Irene Kamau. Do you know that it's not all families that have fathers? And also to another question that was asked, the 39.7%, according to the Xavier report, of the families led by women, there are those families where the children lead themselves because they do not have fathers and mothers. They have all died out of diseases and out of other factors that we cannot ourselves be able to explain. So I think the question is, what has led to this change in the family setup? I would say it is because of economic oppression of the boy child, and therefore it is the chance for the boy child to come back and take his position in the family. Thank you very much.
The third opposer, you have 3 minutes.
I'm Anna Kinyomondi from Moi Forces Academy Lanet. I'm 17 years old. I always say that. Some years to come, I'll look for a he. And when I find a he will be the head, I will be the neck. Isn't that the motion today? He is the head, I am the neck. That doesn't mean that he is stronger than I am. It means he needs me. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. He needs a wife. That's why he went out to find me. But he is still the head. We are not saying that the female is a weaker version of humanity. No, 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 no. We are saying the man is the head. He is the head. You are the headsman, but we are the necks. You need us. So women, ladies, sorry, we are not saying you are weak. They need you, but they are still the head. They are the foundation. They are the roof, but we are the foundation. Without the foundation, where will the roof stand? The man is still the head of the family, according to the Bible, according to a traditional culture. Let us not try to change things. If women think they want to be the head, why do they want special seats like women representatives? Why don't you run with it head on, the way the men ran for it? You see, anytime I see Barack Obama with the President of the United States of America in his black suit, he looks so nice, but he looks dull. But anytime he's with Michelle Obama, the color of her clothes bring the brightness in the man. So the man is the head, right? But the woman is the neck. We have not refused that the woman is strong. That's why we're saying the man needs a woman. He who finds a wife, you cannot find something you're not looking for. Come on. So let me not saturate you with a lot of things, but let me just tell you one thing. Men, you are the heads, we are the necks. You need us for the body to stand. You need us to show you the direction. The body is the family. So without the neck, the head isn't moving. we all have a part to play. We are saying, we are not refusing that it's kind of a partnership. Yes, we all have a part to play. That is not the argument today. The argument is, who is the head? The man is the head. Thank you.
The proposing team, you may give your final submission.
Mind you, the Bible also calls for equality. Not in the Old Testament, and we're actually saying that the man is now. In the New Testament, all are equal in God's sight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a distressed man. Actually, I hail from a county whose fame actually has spread far and wide. I mean, in my county hospital actually, there is a ward specifically for us men. I mean, we are battered every day. Ladies and gentlemen, we men have lost our position as the leaders. It has either been taken up by partnership or simply being abdicated. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the facts. Man is no longer the sole head of the family. It has changed. Cases of men being drunkards, being kicked out of the families. I mean, are they still the heads of those families when they are no longer there? Men are battered. Men are kicked out of the families. At the end of the day, they are no longer the sole decision makers in those families. Thank you.
A member of the opposition to give their final submission.
He is a distressed man. He needs a woman. So I'll go straight to my conclusion today. I have made it right to you. The man is the head of the family. That is a fact. The man needs the neck, but he is still the head. He gives direction to the family, but he needs a neck to support him. Let us not change the way we found the society. Let us not change the way God created it to be. The man is the head of the family. And I will repeat, that doesn't mean we are weak. Nuh-uh. It means we are strong, but he is the head. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. So if you're a man, you better look for a good woman, because if you're a head and you don't have strong neck, you won't make it. But you are still the head. Men are the head of the family, period.
If you believe that Nyeri High had a fairer argument, please raise your hand. For those who believe our sisters from Moi Forces Academy Lanet had a fairer argument, please raise your hand. So our winners by the popular vote are Nyeri High.
This is the final debate of the season. It's been a tough battle for both teams, but now it's time for us to get to the final decision and find out who will be the winner of the Great Debaters Contest.
So before we hear from our judges, we will invite a co-director of Great Debaters Contest, Anthony Buluma, to say a few words. Please give him a round of applause.
I think we've come from so far, and where we are safe. I just want to point out one thing before I call out on the different categories, and that is the fact that you need to understand why you're here as a debater. You're here because you have an opinion, and your opinion as a young person, a young child in secondary school counts, and it has a place in this society. So the ones who've lost, the ones who've won, I want you to go back home, back to school with one mindset, that I was able to share my opinion, and Kenya listens. Are you aware? So you have an audience of over 1 million people from across this country who will be listening to some of your presentations. And I believe that in many ways you'll have convinced this country that we have great debaters in Kenya. How many believe we have great debaters in Kenya? So congratulations to all of you. And in the interest of time, I just want to call upon the individuals who are nominated for category Great Debaters to step forward. And as they come forth, I would want to invite one of the judges, Maina Chege, to join them here so that we can know from that category who took the title, the Great Debater. Maina Chege, the team from the Great Debaters Contest. I believe Edward and your colleagues, please. Yes, give them a round of applause as they come. Kindly note that individuals in this category, we had all the intentions to give them the best of all awards because these individuals have stood out from amongst many. But for this occasion, we are going to grant them or award them with trophies. So, Maina Chege.
We have come to the big point of what we've been waiting for. And before I go on, I want to invite the teachers that are representing the schools on stage to come on the stage, Nyeri High School and MFA Lanet. Kindly, the teachers, kindly come forward. This is not easy, as you can tell, and the judges had to take their time to make the decisions. We're also inviting the teachers from the Great Debater nominations to also come forward so that as they receive their awards. And before I do the presentations, I want to sincerely thank the following for their continued support all through since we started, and their support all through with their transport with the teachers and all that follows. I want to thank the teachers specifically, and I want to ask the audience to help me thank the teachers with a round of applause. Thank you so much. You have been of support. You have come here way far from different counties in this country to come and support your students and stayed all this time together with them, and we are so grateful for that. We want to also thank your parents for their support. Indeed, we had some of them come to see the debaters come on stage. Kindly let's applaud them with a clap. We also want to thank the head teachers of your institutions. I want the audience to help me thank them. I don't know how you will do this. Kindly help me thank the head teachers from your institutions. Finally, I want to thank the coordinators and the organizers of the Great Debaters Contest. This has been an auspicious occasion and has been made possible by the crew, by the organizers, everybody in this place. It has been made possible because of you. And most of all, Strathmore University for even giving us this place to come and use it for this great occasion. Let's all applaud them with a round of applause. I want to thank you, the students, the people who are majority in this place. Help me applaud you with a round of applause together. Thank you so much for making this happen. We are so proud of you. I want to invite Judge Major to come and give his comments on the debate. Thank you.
As judges, I'll make one comment. We are here to nurture leaders, leaders who can speak. Therefore, we check on your linguistic competence. We are here to prepare leaders who are passionate, who do not just speak, but they feel what they speak. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me make a reference to Horace again, a great philosopher. He said, "You can't make me grieve unless you grieve." That is passion. We're here to sharpen your research skills, and as judges, that was our focus. Are we going to produce people who shall sit under a tree and propagate rumors? Or are we going to produce people who shall get to the books, who shall go to the net and find information that is true? Those are the kind of leaders we want to produce. Finally, we want leaders who can speak, and not just speak, but speak logically. That is why we are here till this very late, in order to ensure that those leaders are forthcoming. On behalf of the judges and on behalf of my very self, I wish to appreciate all of you, and I wish to encourage all of you that the way to go is the debate way. Have a nice time.
And now with me is the paper with the results of the award of the great debater. This is the criteria that was used by the judges to select the great debater as they came to convince us. We were checking on their confidence, their research, their communication skills, their self-esteem, persuasion, mastery of language, coherency of argument, and the last, passion and conviction. You would agree with me that the three of them deserve a round of applause from the audience. The third best great debater goes to Eden Kimondo Loreto Limuru. Let's applaud her. A round of applause for Eden. That was good. That was great. Eden, you can show off your trophy to the people. You say they voted for you. All right. Thank you so much. The great debater of the year 2013 goes to Esperencia Kapanga, Kenya High School. Esperencia Kapanga, kindly make it to the floor. We ask the judges to give the award. Congratulations. Let's give her another round of applause. You can show off your trophy. That's yours. Another round of applause, please. This gives us, therefore, the second best debater of the year 2013 goes to Moi Forces Academy for Edward Joroge. Let's applaud him also as well. Edward, congratulations. Let's applaud him as well as he gets his trophy. This is amazing. Thank you so much for helping us. Wow, that's it. We thank you for your support and for the support you gave all the students that came. Now back to Anthony. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge Maina Chege. I want you to understand that as we progress to this very important session, behind the curtains, the individuals who've made this possible. Clement, please, if you could be coming towards this direction. Yes, let's appreciate. Clement is also a co-director alongside Maina Chege.
Hi, you all. It is amazing that all of you are here today. You know, all of you have made it this far. So we appreciate you. From the great debaters, you know, there are no losers. So all of you who are here today, I'm sure you've learned something. And by next year, and wherever you'll go, after even high school, you are sure that great debaters had an influence in you. Go out there and show that you're great debaters. Thank you.
He's a very important person, and your teachers will tell you that alongside Maina Chege and myself, they're the people who keep calling your schools and reminding you, please be on time. Please make it to Strathmore. So we appreciate and celebrate them. Give it up for Mrs. Booker, Miss Booker, as she comes to finally help us crown the Great Debaters Contest 2013.
The hour has finally come, and I have the pleasure of announcing the winner of the Great Debaters 2013. But before I do that, let me just make a few statements. As a panel of judges, we are impressed by the level of debate. This has greatly improved over the years, And the decision that we are going to, the award that we are going to present today to the Great Debater 2013 was a unanimous decision. We took into consideration research skills of the team, communication skills, coherency of argument, mastery of language, style and presentation, and the ability to persuade the audience that their reasoning was the right direction to go. And so I'll quickly go to what we've all been waiting for. The title of the Great Debaters 2013 goes to Moi Forces Academy Lanet. So could we have the runners-up, Nyeri High School? We need to clap for Nyeri High School as well. The teachers, Nyeri High School teachers. Moi Forces Academy Lanet, please come forward.
Kindly let's give them a round of applause. This is encouraging as well.
Check is courtesy of Chess Bank. It will not be courteous for us to close without acknowledging the support that we've gotten from our partners. I want to really appreciate Safaricom. They're the sponsors for laptops that will be given to your schools. Please, let's give them a round of applause. I want to recognize Chess Bank. They're the sponsors for the check and the amount of money that will be going to the teachers. Let's give them another round of applause. And mimi.co.ke they're the sponsors of the gift hampers that will be going to the students. I also want you to have observed that we didn't quite give the gift hampers, but we'll be taking it to the schools, plus the laptops, later in the week. And then we will also be setting up an ICT chill out, so you need to watch out for that. I want to also appreciate Julie Gishuru in absentia, who is also a co-founder of the Great Debaters Contest. Come on, let's appreciate Julie Gishuru. She was really hoping that she would have made it here, but due to very unavoidable circumstances and you know the nature of her work, she was quite tied up and committed to some other very urgent matters. Thank you.
I see tears flowing on the stage because that's the power of an opinion. That's the power of debate, to move people, to bring emotions, and to do just that. And as we close this final debate, I'd like to tell Nyeri High I have one word for you. You're giants. Let's applaud them. And of course, Moi Forces Academy Lanet, you are formidable. You are great debaters this season, and we hope to see you move and become even better people in the future. You are the leaders of tomorrow. Let's also applaud them. So next time, as you stand on this stage to debate, remember you're here to move, you're here to make a change. From all of us here at the Great Debaters Contest, our second season, it's goodbye till next time. I am your host, Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yombok. Thank you very much.